Hello YouTube, Jeremy Martin 72 here, and I am going to show you how to Gboard. Yes, that is Google's very own Android keyboard, and in my opinion, the best keyboard app that you can find. Now I'm going to scroll. I'm going to be doing this on my Galaxy Tab A 2019 model. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll right on up into my app tray. And in the bottom right hand corner, you will see the Gboard app. And we're going to long press on it. And we are going to pull up the app info on it. And as you can tell, it really does not eat up that much memory. And also, this is version 9.0.2.290777105 slash beta ARM64-V8A. Yes, I am a beta tester. I've always been a beta tester for this. I love this keyboard so much. I'm going to go ahead and hit the back arrow on there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to open that application down there. And what it does is when you open up that application icon, it takes you to the settings of the keyboard itself. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with top left to bottom right. So we're going to go to preferences. And it gives you options to always number row and QWERTY, QWERTZ, whatever, however you want to do it. You can turn that on if you want. I don't even mess with the same thing with the show emojis and symbols keyboard and stuff like that. I just leave them off. If you like that, then go right ahead. Keyboard height, I keep it at normal. It gives you all kinds of choices on what sizes that you want for your keyboard. I love Gboard because it's so customizable. Google's always been about customization. Sound on key press, yeah, it's not that bad. Some keyboards are aggravating. This is not, to be honest with you. I keep it somewhere around 10-15% on the volume, so it's very subtle. Haptic feedback. If you have a Pixel phone, which is known for having the most excellent haptic feedback out of any Android phone, you want to have this haptic feedback turned on. It's vibration when you touch the keys, or you can turn it off if you want. But that's your choice to mess around with it, and it also allows you to customize how long of a length of vibration you want. So in my situation, I have it set up as 54 milliseconds. Long press for symbols. I will get into long presses when we pull up the keyboard because it gives you all kinds of quick access options. And you can also set up how long you have to hold on to it to get your long press delay, which in my situation I have it set up at 300 milliseconds. And then we're going to go back, and then we're going to go to languages. And mine is, of course, English, US version, and QWERTY, and that's just the way it looks on the top of the keyboard. QWERTY, so they call it a QWERTY board. And you could add keyboards down here on the bottom, but I'm not going to mess with that because I got my internet turned off. Themes. Now, I like dark themes. I stick with dark themes as much as possible. I get longer battery life, and I am light sensitive in these blue eyes of mine, so it's a lot easier on me. And you can hit the My Themes button, and you can pull up whatever you want out of your images, or you can drag down and get just plain old colors, or you can get landscapes. They have the download signs on these, so you'll have to be online to download these landscapes, and I've had them before. They're really nice, but I like simplicity. Same thing with gradients. You can see I've downloaded one of them already. and dark gradients. I've messed with some dark gradients too. I personally I like my stuff simple, basic. So let's go back on that and text correction. All right, show suggestion strip. This well, if you want that, you leave it on. If you don't, turn it off. Next word suggestions, which is nice. That's where it'll auto fill. It'll give you suggestions on what words to push. Block offensive words. I don't give a damn, so I turn them off. If you don't like cuss words, you can turn it on. Show emoji suggestions, just like show next word suggestions. While you're typing, it might say, might suggest a smiley face, or it might suggest a word, or it might suggest both. Suggest contacts. I like suggestions. The less that I have to type, the better. If it pulls up a contact for me, that's a lot, and I only have to type in the first two letters of their name, that's great. I'm going to keep that. If you don't like stuff like that, if you want to streamline it and you want to make it quicker, turn that stuff off. Although it really don't make a difference as speed. It's not that much of a difference. Autocorrection, yes, I'm really good with spelling, but I am not perfect. Auto space after punctuation, I'm even though I'm in the beta, I'm not big on that. Auto capitalization is nice. Double space period is nice, and spell check, as always, is nice unless you want to write down duck or ducking. Glide typing, with the snake symbol there. Enable glide typing. Yes. If you don't like it, if you don't like typing with your finger, you just turn this off, and the option won't even be in your Gboard. Show gesture trail. It's sort of like showing trails on your cursor for those of you who have had Windows operating system before. Enable gesture delete. Yeah, I definitely like that. If you and like these are all very minor options here. Enable gesture cursor controls. These are all pretty much straightforward, self-defining. Voice typing, I do this a lot, especially when I am on my phone with my Gboard and I'm driving. All I have to do is just push the voice button, and I can talk to my boss or to the customer and send it right there, so I don't have to be typing. And I got my phone on a dashboard holder, so all I have to do is touch it once, talk to type, and then push send. Makes it a lot easier. But I don't really care too much for doing it while I'm driving. It's got to be decent traffic. Dictionary, you got your personal dictionary here. And also, now that we're here, I want to be very clear about this. Gboard is not connected to Chrome OS. The built-in keyboard in Chrome OS is completely different from this one. So if you have definitions saved in Chrome OS, you are not going to see them in your definition or dictionary list on Gboard as far as this version goes. All right, search. You get predictive content search, which I really love. It just streamlines stuff, and like I said, if you want to speed it up just a little bit more, you turn it off. But it's really not that much difference. If you're on a really like some of this stuff to where they're asking you whether you want it on or not. It all depends on, what kind of device you got. If you got a very underpowered device and you're like working with 1 gig of RAM or something like that, you can turn all this stuff up and it would actually, you would notice something. But if you got like the Pixel 4 XL with 6 gigabytes of RAM in it, it makes really not that much of a difference. Same thing with search and more button. These are all self-explanatory. share Gboard, and it's not going to pull it up because I got my internet turned off, but yes, that is what you think it is. And advanced, share usage statistics. Now, because I'm in the beta program and I love Google so much, and I have done work for Google, and Google has given me a paycheck before. I trust them, so I send them a lot of my information to help them out. I know other people are like, ew, don't do that, but oh well. Emoji with the physical keyboard. And show app icons. You know, these are all self-explanatory. Personalization. Adapt Gboard to your typing and voice typing. And basically, it's a smart keyboard. And Google likes to call their artificial intelligence as machine learning. So, and help improve Gboard, what you type or speak never leaves your device, and improvements are processed and aggregated only when your phone is charging on Wi-Fi. You know, yada, yada, yada. Delete, and you can delete your words and data, but why? I'm in the beta system, so I don't want to do that. And up in the top right-hand corner, you got About, which will pull up your terms of service, which I doubt is going to work because I am offline. I'm going to go right back over there. Same thing with privacy policy. It also shows all the open source licenses. And if you're a nerd, you will love going into the open source licenses. If you're just a regular person, you're not going to give a damn about it. And I've already gone over the current version here. So let's go back. And then help and feedback. Your usual help and feedback as far as Google goes. And there we are done with the actual icon app for your application tray. So we're going to go into the actual keyboard itself. So I'm going to open up my favorite application that I love to type in, which I cleared out today to make it look all nice and pretty. So we are in Google Keep. And I'm going to push the rainbow colored add button in the bottom right hand corner. And I'm going to click on note. And when you touch on a field to type into, your Gboard will open up. And we are going to go, as usual, from top left to bottom right. So at the very top left is the usual Google symbol. We'll hit that, and what that does is pull up your Google search. And I think what I need to do here is turn on my internet. Let's get this internet going here. All right. I turned off the internet so I can get a little bit better speed on it because I only have 2 gigs of RAM in this, and I got the screen recording going on. Where was I? Let's go ahead and let's reload this thing again. See, look, it pulls up my search results right there. Let's close that out. Let's close that out. And there, okay, here we go. We're going to start over again on the Google button right there. You can pull up your search, and you could hit the back arrow to go back if you wish. And you got the those are your stickers and your Bitmoji, which I have right here. I love Bitmoji. I've been with Bitmoji since it started. And for you to have this, you have to actually have an account with Bitmoji, but you go inside of it and you hook it all up and stuff. And let's go back to here. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. Let's go. We'll hit that, and in the top right-hand corner is a search button. We'll hit that, and you can have your search for your Bitmojis and search in general. The plus is to add services like Bitmoji, or if you like certain artists, for the stickers that you're seeing right here. And the next one is clock, and the clock will have the most recent one you clicked in the top. And you got the sloth. These are all different kinds of artists for stickers of how you want. And then you got the this is your settings for stickers. And you can move them around by hitting the little hamburger on the side, and you can heart or unheart what you like or what you don't like. Now, with me doing that, there should be none of them up there, but I like this guy here. He's pretty cool. And you can also browse and Google. They call them minis, and I really like this. Your Google Mini, right? And it is what it looks like in the top right, where your phone is, and you take a picture of yourself, and it'll make your own emojis. They're all right. I messed around with them a little bit, but you got all kinds of stickers, emojis, and stuff like that, and you can go down to the play where it says more and go into the Play Store and download even more. So let's close that out by pushing X. And as you can see, since I unhearted most of them, the only one that's up there available now, and I like the way this guy draws, is that's the only one that's available as since I unhearted everything else. Okay, bottom left-hand corner. And yeah, but once you obviously, if you like something, you can click on it and see. Keep Notes doesn't support image insertion there, but if it doesn't support it, they'll pop up. Now, bottom right hand corner, ABC obviously takes you back to the keyboard. We'll hit the sticker thing again. The next to the ABC is search, and what this is this is the master list of all your most recently used anything, any kind of GIFs, emojis, stickers, whatnot. All right, and smiley faces and shit like that. And then you got your smiley face. And this is, like I said, I'm using a Samsung here, so this is your Android, it's your stock Android smiley pack. But Samsung has their own. They put their own little twist on the smiley pack. So they're just slightly different. They're only noticeable if you've used both Samsung keyboard and Gboard. And this right here is Bitmoji, and I like it that you can do searches and it gives you suggestions. The next one is stickers. The next one over is GIFs. And you can tell that I've been having some fun with with Pennywise. And you can do search GIFs in the top right hand corner, and you can there's the clock. You can pull up the most recents and Happy Holidays, Christmas, aw, scared, bored. I mean, this is he lighting his farts on fire? But as like I said, I wasn't kidding. Gboard, it took me a while to get up to where I can do this video, and it is so deep. There's like pages and pages deep of all the options you can do here. And these are pictures made from symbols. Some people might call them ASCII art or something like that. I'm not even, and it does have a clock symbol up there for the most recent ones. And these are classics, right? Oh yeah, I've definitely used that one. And pointers. All right, there it goes, right over there. Anyways, and we're done with all of those. And whenever you want to go back, you can just hit the ABC button in the bottom right hand corner. All right, so we've done that. We've done, and of course, there's some quick stuff there. So it goes right to GIF, and then to I like putting GIFs in, so the GIF is gonna just pop up, right? This is a machine learning system. If you have the machine learning set on, it will pay attention to how you type and what you like, and it will set up your keyboard to work with you, and it's great. I love it. And it's very helpful too, because without that, you can sit here and spend hours digging through this thing, getting it right. Now, the clipboard you can turn on and off if and if you don't like it, I'm sorry, if you don't like it, you can hit these three dots right here and grab, and should be able to drag. Come on. Sorry, I'm getting a little out of touch here. Let's turn. You could turn the keyboard on and off. I'm gonna get to moving those things around in a second. And with the clipboard, you hit the pen, and you got options here. So you can you push plus and add a new item, and it be type in "Hello World" or whatever you want it to be, and then you hit save. And you have a pinned option for your clipboard. So you're sitting here typing, hi there. And then you go to your clipboard and you clip on that. Oops. I accidentally deleted it. Hello. Save. And there you go. And you just click on it and say you want to click on it, and you can have a whole bunch of stuff like, and this comes in really handy, like if you got like HTML coding or your website address or something like that. You can just hit the clipboard, boop, pull it up, click it, and turn it off if you don't like it. And you got you can to get the options in the top right hand corner, you have to make sure that you have it check marked on which one you like, and then you can hit the trash and get rid of it. Or you can do like I did earlier and just take it and drag it to the side, and I didn't even know you could do that. You grab hold of it and drag it to the side, and it deletes it. All right, and I use the clipboard when I'm doing a lot of coding. Now, you got your gear symbol, and this is exactly the same thing that the icon for the application and the application drawer does. So we've already been through that, so we're going back. And oh, stop that. All right, and that is theme settings. We've already been there. So we're going to get out of that, and we're going to hit the three dots. Okay, so let's go with text editing. And if you are having a difficulty with complex typing, you have a closer control over the cursor, right? So I'm going to hit left arrow, down arrow, right arrow, top arrow. And if you want to select something, hit the select button, highlight it so it's lit up, and then move the arrow in a direction you want, and there you go. And then if you notice to the right, you got your options of cut, copy, paste, and of course, if you hit the bottom right hand corner, it's delete. You also have select all, and you can copy and text copied, and you can go and paste and paste and paste and paste, and then you can select all and copy and paste and paste and paste. And when you hit the one that has a line and arrow to the left, it goes all the way to the top, and the arrow to the wall all the way to the bottom, right? And we can select all and delete all. Then you got to mess around with it. It does come in handy if you're coding. Um, share Gboard. Now that I got my internet turned on, share Gboard to others. Share these languages so they can type in these languages. Yada, yada, yada. Translate. Google Translate is awesome. I love it. And you have it built in directly into Gboard. So we're going to go with, let's see, Afrikaans, Arabic. Look at all them choices you got. And let's see, detect language. If you, I'm not going to go in depth with it. So if you want to learn, I'll probably wind up doing a whole nother video on Google Translate later. But it's self-obvious here. We'll hit the three circles again, and we'll go into floating. All right, and you can now, well, if you want to move it, you touch that flower-looking symbol in the bottom and drag it around. Also, you see how the corners are highlighted? You can, you're going to have to take 2 fingers. Hold on. Okay, there you go. All it needs is 1 finger. I think you can do it with 2 fingers. Let me try it with 2 fingers. No, it's only 1 finger. So you pick a corner and you just pull. And I think that's as big as it gets. Yeah, and if you want to drag it around, you got to hold that little flower on the bottom and drag it all around and stuff like that. So, and that's how you turn off the floating, is go right back into it again. And those are the text, predictive text right there, which is great. And you got your talking, so you can sit there and I think you got to hold it. One. Oh, come on. She ain't initiating. Oh, I know why it ain't initiating, is because I have a microphone plugged into the side of my tab, so that's not going to pull up. But you click that button right there and you talk into it, and it does talk to text. All right, the actual keyboard. Here's your QWERTY, QUERTY, and you long press to pull up options. So the top layer have numbers, and some of them have symbols, like that right there for the Motley Crew. And to find them all, you'll see, usually it'll have it like, see where E is in the top right hand corner is a little teeny 3, right? But there's more, sometimes there's more than just the 3 in there. It'll have symbols for the E itself. So, I mean, it's not like it's confusing. So, like with U, top right hand corner is 7. So if you long press, you'll see 7, and then you'll see all of the different characters for you. So it ain't like they're just throwing the stuff in there all random like. And here's, like, for example, A in the top right hand corner is at, which I think is a great mix there. And all of the different symbols for A. And so on and so forth. And, oh yeah, long press on exclamation point makes the upside down exclamation point. And the same thing with the long press on the question mark makes the upside down question mark. And this is up here in the top right hand corner is the delete button, or the backspace. Google prefers to call it backspace. And the arrow is called the return. And just under the return is your shift. And you can shift. It's a one-time capital. You push the shift button once. It'll get bold. It'll be solid colored arrow. And you have a one-time capitalization. And when you hit a button, like a letter, it will go back to your regular lowercase until you hit the arrow again. And as usual, it's always one time. Or if you want all caps, you long press on one arrow, and you'll see it is a solid arrow with a line underneath of it, and you can unleash the fury that you've always wanted to do on Facebook and Twitter. And to turn off all caps, all you have to do is hit the arrow again. Now, long press on the space key pulls up what kind of keyboards you want. Now, since I'm on a Samsung device, I can switch over to a Samsung keyboard, or I can go over to Google voice typing, and I'm not even going to mess with that because my plugged-in microphone might mess stuff up. And you can choose language settings and whatnot. So let's go ahead and click off of that, and just regular touching the space bar, it just does a regular space. And long press on the delete will make it go, like, for example, is do a lot of typing, and if you want to get rid of all of it, you just long press on the delete and it'll eat it all up. At bottom left hand corner, and the same thing as the bottom right hand corner, is your numbers. And there's more than one option for your numbers here. You can hit right next to the space bar to the left of it is 1, 2, 3. You hit that, and it gives you a different style for your number pads. And you could switch back. It's a toggle button that you could switch back and forth for your number pad. And just above the ABC in the bottom left and bottom right hand corner, you have more symbol options and you got a lot of mathematics, a lot of monetary symbols, and whatnot and what have you, triangles, delta, whatever. And long press on delete there, and whenever you want to go back, you just hit the ABC button. And long press on the comma will bring you into the settings. And hitting that happy face down there will open up, where you were last at on the images tray. And I wonder what long press on. There you go. Long press on period. It does the same thing as as the Amazon keyboard and the Samsung keyboard. It pulls up a bunch of generic, and to access them. For example, you hold down long press on the period, and then if you just want the comma, you let go of it because that's what's highlighted, right? But if you want other ones, you drag your finger up. Don't take your finger off of the screen, and you just drag around to find the one that you like, and let go on the one that you like. In that situation, let's see, I want the percentage button, or the percentage symbol. Drag over there and let go. And that looks like it's it. That's all of it. It really is that easy, and if you want, you can hit these. You should be able to drag what you want when you open up this 3 dots here. It's what I was trying to do earlier. I just don't think I'm doing it right. I don't think I can remove that one there. But if you do translate a lot, you can take this and drag it on up there, and it'll drop something different down. Oh, I see where I'm messing up at. It just knocks them down, depending on what order you're throwing them up there, right? So there you go. So yeah, so you can't just grab one up top there. You have to grab something on the bottom and replace it with something. And anyways, my brothers and sisters, This application is customizable, 3 or 4 pages deep, and you can go online and there are several kinds of other applications like Bitmoji that you can connect to Gboard. Gboard is awesome. I have been with Gboard since its beginning. And I want you, my brothers and sisters, to be security aware, have fun with your toys, and Google on.